You know? Today in the morning, I listened to Strip.
You did?
Yes, and let me tell you something. I really didn't expect this. It's completely different.
Yeah, it's very different. I'm a 22-year-old young lady now.
Yes.
And
you are very young.
Well, I was younger before when I made the other record. I was 17. But yes, there was a growth, and I definitely wanted to put out an album that really reflected me for the first time. And this is more me than I've ever been. So it's a very personal album. It was very therapeutic. I wrote, co-produced, executive produced, so it's my heart, it's my baby, so.
In the album, if you buy the album, si ustedes compran el álbum, van a encontrar fotos de Christina Aguilera, so you are sharing your personal photo album.
Oh yeah, the collage in the back with all there's a lot of producers that I worked with and people that are very close friends of mine, people that I had pictures of in the back part of it, but just to make it more personal, to make kind of the person that purchases the album feel as if, you know, they know more personal the process of making the record and what it took. My dogs are in there, my little puppies, just making a very personal album, which is what I wanted to do, because I felt like people hadn't really seen me before, the real me, and this is me for the first time.
So. But you know, sometimes singers, actors, actresses, they do not want to share private stuff with audience.
That's right.
What made you decide to do it?
There are some, I respect, I feel there are some people that I do respect as far as, I think Mariah Carey writes very personal lyrics. Sometimes, who's always been a pretty good lyricist. I think, who else? Gwen Stefani kind of wears her heart on her sleeve whenever she writes about, you know, her love life and situations. But to me, being an artist, to me, means honesty, and I have certain viewpoints about issues, like on songs like Can't Hold Us Down, about kind of the female-male double standards in society, to talking about my past situation with my father and some situations in my past that were kind of hard for me to come through. But I think it's very important that I put that out there in a record, and I spoke about it for me, just because there's so many other people going through hard times or the same situations that I went through, and I was able to overcome them and be able to be open about them, and
like what situations?
And be okay with myself. Like, I've gotten burned by people before, you know, backstabbed. I mean, this is a crazy business, and on a song like Fighter, I'm almost thanking God and, you know, thanking the situation for happening, because it's made me that much stronger and wiser and and better person, and to know, you know, for when that situation happens again, I'll be ready, you know. And so I think it's good for the listener, so that they have some kind of voice, or if they might be having a bad day, they can just put that song on and feel like, okay, I'm not alone.
Today you had a bad morning, because Christina arrived 1 hour late for the press conference because you
had to say that. Yes, I was late today.
No, because tomorrow on the newspapers is going to be in the front page.
Of course
Christina was 1 hour late. Let me tell you, yes. No?
I had stomach ache.
Yes.
Be nice.
What did you eat?
It was nauseous. I was nauseous. It wasn't that
airplane food.
Exactly.
Yes.
Airplane food is not very pleasant. You said it. But no, I have trouble sleeping. I'm a little bit of an insomniac, I think, and so I took some medicine to help me sleep, and it ended up making me feel really nauseous when I woke up this morning. I had a really hard time, and I just knew that I would get comments like, "Oh, she's an hour late," and this and that.
That's the problem of being very famous.
You know,
whatever
it is a problem.
It's something to comment.
Well, there's something to criticize too.
To criticize, yes, of course.
For being human. I had a stomach ache. I'm sorry. No, but I really tried. I tried to hustle and get here as soon as I could. And I apologized.
Yes, I
made a public
heard.
apology to everyone. It's the first thing I did, and I feel bad. I don't want to keep anyone waiting. I wouldn't want to wait for anyone myself. So yes, I was a little late. Just under the weather.
Christina, when I listen, the first song that I listened from your record for was Dirty, because we showed
That's
the
at the
video.
end of the record.
Yes, but this is the first single that you were promoting.
Yes.
And it's completely different than the rest of the record. And you explained during the press conference that Dirty is just to dance, in a sense. And the rest of the record is to think, to know. It's a very eclectic material.
Absolutely.
At the end of the record, if you listen the whole material, it's not a pop artist CD. It's like
it's a more mature,
mixture. Yes,
it's a growth,
it's rap,
it's
plenty
eclectic,
of rap,
yes.
Afro-American rhythms. No?
There's a little bit of hip hop.
Yes.
There's a little bit of rock influence. There's soul. There's blues. There's even some classical involved in there, and it's all just parts of me. These are all. I listen to a little bit of everything, from Jimi Hendrix to Led Zeppelin to hip hop artists to Etta James, soul singers, and Aretha Franklin's and Alicia Keys, who I had the opportunity to work with on this record, and they're all a part of me, and I love exploring all kinds of music, and on this record in particular, since I wanted people to get to know me for the first time, why not show them different colors of me and show them what I'm really about on many different levels. I mean, everybody has different sides of their moods and different traits of their personality,
yes.
Of course, and I just wanted to kind of fulfill this album with all those different sides, just to let people in a little bit and let them get to know the real me.
But this is the first step, or maybe this is a completely different Christina. This is not a pop artist record.
Well, I appreciate that, just because I was, I mean, it was a great thing that, I was able to have the success that I had with Genie in a Bottle and my first record and whatnot. But, people do grow up and they change, and after a while, I felt that I was living an image that really wasn't me. I mean, the media and the press blew up, my image and the peers that were involved in the pop hype phenomenon thing as bubblegum and Play It Safe and kind of virginal and whatever, and that just, to me, I felt like I was being represented as someone that wasn't me, and that's why this record. Did you hate that?
Did you hate that?
It's difficult to read things about yourself that it's like, okay, that's really not me, and this is how I'm being presented as, it just was very fake and superficial to me, and I was like, you know what, and that's why the title Stripped came from. It really has no, people are going to think what they're going to think, maybe sexually, whatever, but really, no, it's about being emotionally stripped down to, the real me, and being able to express that, and being very personal on this record.
And let me tell you something. After watching Dirty, it's also related to your body. No, Christina?
It's about being comfortable with my body, and yes, I am a young woman. I'm 22, and I think it's a great.
You should be comfortable with your body. Let me tell you.
Everyone should be comfortable with their body, and I think comfortable with your sexuality too. For a while, I mean, that's part of what I talk about on the record. Guys are always able to be and allowed to be as sexual or as open with that as they want to be, and degrading to women and this and that. And there's no labels for that, and everyone just kind of says, oh, whatever. Nobody really pays attention.
Yes.
And then when a woman does it, it's like, oh my God, and it's crazy, and it's jaws dropping everywhere, and it's unfair, and a lot of females get labeled. So with my sexuality, not only am I comfortable with it, and it's just an expression of my own freedom and my own confidence with myself. But it's also a message to people to be more open-minded and to let women be allowed to be
yourself. Yes.
To be yourself and to be comfortable. And I'm not saying, go out and wear a short skirt like me, don't do the same thing, because that's not it at all. Being sexy and being comfortable with your body is whatever it is. You could be covered from here to the tip of your toes, and you could still be very, very sexy. Sexier than the girl that's wearing nothing. Because it comes from the inside, and it shows through. It's a matter of confidence and having that within yourself.